Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Finishing up the little box of Fox Farm beers, courtesy of my man Jay. I appreciate you, bro. Fox Farm, Salem, Connecticut. This is Bluster. I like this label art. I like how they do their little crosses, but I like the blue and the white. I'm a fan. Reminds me of North Carolina. One of my best friends in the entire world. Huge North Carolina fan. Reminds me of that. I like it. I like that. Per the label, 8% alcohol by volume, double IPA. No other information other than that. The last label told us it was a Citra IPA. This one doesn't tell us anything. So, you guys know, big fan of Fox Farm. This beer was canned on March 24th. So we are, same as, I think March 24th was the same as, was it Dwell that we drank? Dwell? Swell. Fell. Dwell. Same time. So, time of recording about 6 weeks in the can. Hashtag Team Old IPA. I am hashtag Team Old IPA. And more of you should get on that Team Old IPA train. Let your beers sit. They're fun. They don't have to be raw and crazy. You can let them sit and hang out, develop in the can. It's a good time. So this beer is much more carbonated than the last two. Tons and tons of bubbles. But just like the last beer that we reviewed, however you said that, Wally, Weil, whatever that was. In this glass, this Alchemist, what is this called? Do we even try and pronounce it? It's like Spiegeloo or something like that. However the fuck you say that word. It's darker up here and lighter down here. It looks exactly like the last beer. Hazy lemonade at the bottom, orange juice at the top. Finger of fluffy bright white head. It's actually, it's fluffy at the bottom, sudsy kind of around the edges, big bubbles. They're popping, pop-locking, dropping, but it looks awesome. Don't have Fox Farm glassware, but we're using this glass because it's fun to drink out of, and I don't use it enough. I feel like this glass is fragile, and I'm gonna break it. I've broken so many glasses over the years. By the way, people keep asking for glassware video. It's coming, and it's gonna be embarrassing the amount of glassware that you guys see that I have. I'm not looking forward to filming that. I just taking all that out and putting it. I don't even know where the fuck I'm gonna put it. I have no idea. But yeah, I feel like I'll break this if I use it a lot, so I don't. So I'm using it now just cause. Let's shove our fat nose in this one. See what it's got. Ooh, this smells like candy. Whoa, what is that? What kind of candy is that? Is it Pez candy? It reminds me of like the hard like sugary candy. Confectionery, is that right? Like remember like Fun Dip and Pez, it has like that kind of like sugary chalky thing. That's what this smells like. It's got like a berry kind of a thing with a tropical, I don't know if it's pineapple. Guava? Passion fruit. I wish I had someone here with me right now, like reviewing this beer. Fucking, like, it just makes me so jealous of Peter. Like, Peter does so many reviews with friends, and they can kind of talk to each other and tell each other what they're smelling. I wish I had that. I have nobody in here with me. Yeah, this is some sort of hard candy. Think tropical hard candy. It's got a berry thing. Almost gives off like a little bit of mosaic vibe. I doubt mosaic's in this just because I'm horrible at guessing hops. But it's like, it does. It reminds me of smelling like a bag of Fun Dip, or it reminds me of smelling like a pack of Pez when you open it up. It almost smells like that sugary kind of, you guys remember chewing Big League Chew bubblegum? My kids still love that. It smells like that. It's sugary candy. I love it. But it's not like cloyingly offensive. Nothing like that. It's hop candy. This is the worst beer review of all time. Jay, cheers. Thank you, sir. And it tastes exactly what it smells like. There is a little bit of dankness in that I love. There's a little bit of like hop bite to that. I said this in the last review. I am very much enjoying these last three Fox Farm beers, the mouthfeel of this. I know I mentioned that thin is a bad word when it comes to IPA because so many people talk about mouthfeel. This beer is not heavy, it's not chewy, it's not full. It is just so refreshing to drink. It just glides across your palate. It's spritzy, it's carbonated perfectly, and it's awesome. It's not a chore to drink at all. It's orange candy, pineapple hard candy, blueberry hard candy. It even gives off like a little bit of like a cool, like coconutty thing, which reminds me of like a Sabro hop beer, but there's probably not Sabro in this. It reminds me of that. The only beers I've ever tasted coconut in, besides like fucking barrel-aged imperial stouts with coconut, are Sabro hoppy beers. And this reminds me of that. I think that kind of sugary thing is just making my brain smell and taste that stuff. And who knows what the hops are in this. But this is very much candied, hop candy kind of an IPA, double IPA, that has a cool, I don't want to say bitter because people think bitter is bad. It's got a little bit of like a pithy sort of thing. But it's generic. I wouldn't be able to tell you what that's coming from. Like what it tastes like. Like typically you can taste like, oh, it's grapefruit pith, orange pith, lemon lime. It's some sort of citrus pith, but I don't know. And maybe that's just the hoppiness that I'm tasting. It's just that kind of biting little bit of bitterness that's giving that off. This beer is fantastic. What did we say? 8.8% on the nose. I mean, it doesn't drink like an 8% beer, and I think that cool mouthfeel, like this drinks, like I said in the last review, it drinks like a West Coast IPA. It's not thick, it's not full, it's not any of that. And I know I should say it again because I said it in the last review. I like all that when it comes to hazy beers. This reminds me of like an Alchemist hazy beer. So think of that when you think of mouthfeel. Like Heady, Focal Banger, all those beers. Like those beers aren't crazy chewy, crazy full. They're just hazy and they're amazing to drink. They just feel great. So same thing with this one. This is a fantastic double IPA. Super easy drinking for 8%, and I love the candied hop aspect of this beer. That's what that is. So, again, I have no idea what the hops are, but it's a citrusy, like blueberry, pineapple-y, coconutty kind of a thing. It's tropical. It's awesome. It's fantastic. At 7 weeks in the can. So, let your beer sit and don't have to drink them super, super fresh. Just see what they do. Buy multiples of a beer. Drink it super fresh. Let it sit for a couple weeks. Drink another one. Let it sit for a couple weeks. Drink another one. Let it sit for a couple weeks. Drink it again. I always go back to the Alchemist video that I watched so many years ago with John Kimmick. He talked about how he liked Heady Topper at 10 weeks in the can. 2.5 months. Everyone talking about you got to drink your beer super fresh. He liked it at 2.5 months old. He thought that was the best part of, or that's when that beer tasted the best. So do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hop on the hashtag Team Old IPA train. We're ready to go. So that's Bluster from Fox Farm. Jay, I appreciate you sharing these beers, bro. Always enjoy to drink beers from this brewery. Love their stuff. So if you guys had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.